You can run into some issues. Obviously, you have the Ash Arrow, but with the Gragas as well, not only a Doran classic, but also adding even more dive. I'm kind of loving both these comp Veldas. We have on one side a lot of upfront damage, a lot of burst, and a lot of engage for T1. And then V+, especially if you can...
Upsets over T1. They always have a really fun back and forth series. For me, I think, you know, Shiu's really got to step it up. He can't play nervous, even if he is nervous, right? If he can in the front for Doran. But guys, let's do it. Let's jump onto the rip for game number 1.
Well, I mean, no, it's fearless. We're safe for the day.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Woo!
Hey, we're safe.
Barrel,
no more tank Jace.
Barrel
just in my nightmares
is on
instead.
a ward. Oh god.
Oh, this is so Barrel.
It's so Barrel to just die.
He's just gonna die, Steve. This is, he might get away actually, but Aiming is gonna have to flash, and he's being followed here. So even if he doesn't die, Aiming's gonna pay for his sins, which also happens with Barrel. So yeah, going a bit too deep, and now you've got Aiming with no flash in the bot lane. Showmaker getting pretty aggressive here in the mid lane against Faker. But yeah, that's a great start for T1. Guess what, guys? You know, level 1 First Blood is the same as any other First Blood. That's already a feat of strength for T1 as well on the board.
Wards are OP is the takeaway from that one. Nicely done there by T1. Read the play from DK. He's now done with his first full clearing carry. Already out on the map is Aiming.
I mean, he is arcane shifting into Guma, who's got his Q available, but it doesn't seem to matter. The W lands, and Aiming just autos him to death. A straight up solo kill goes to Aiming.
Crucially, Guma hadn't backed yet because of when the play happened. Woo! Hadn't actually spent his money. And as a result, Aiming sees the window. Dive throughs what feels like a full minion wave as well. Lucid just barely doesn't get the steal there. Was trailing. That's actually a big deal. I think that wastes a good amount of time. Now Owner is going to be on his next base, going to be able to do a full clear already. So we'll see if he's able to use.
Faker not backing down from the challenge. Obviously, only pretty good at trading, but the Jace, they're actually going for a dive in 2025 in my LCK. And Xiu just cleanly flashes away and survives beautifully.
Eats the gank without too much issues. Lucid doesn't hit that spear. He's trying to look for something on Owner, but didn't really want to risk it. One more spear hitting though, and they might actually use that. And they have mid-prio, they could play it.
Oh,
Barrel!
Guma no flash. Guma in a lot of trouble here. He's trying to kite it out, but there's 3 members of DK chasing him down, and Shivu will be given the kill. Pretty huge for DK here.
That's a lot of faith. There's a sole AP Nidalee on the team. That champion loves to snowball, but no. They give the last hit to the young man in the top lane.
Faker.
It's
okay,
fine.
time to go back now.
He has flash.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, ice cold, as you would expect, but he's not having a fun time in mid. Showmaker actually is doing a great job of winning this lane.
This is what I want out of my DK versus T1 Veldas. This is like is this the game where it happens?
Rune.
Can we?
Wait, what's the name again?
Is it real?
Ruinous?
Ruinous? Nah, there's no.
It's not happening.
There's not.
No.
Unless. What if we get a 5v5? Might have a fight on our hands for the second spawn of Grubs. We are seeing though with Lucid having his Leandry's already done, and Owner not having his poke from the Zyra, not quite as threatening as Showmaker. It doesn't matter who he's playing against, just pummeling them is Shield.
Oh, here we go. Gonna get that ult on a Faker. Faker, there's nowhere for him to go as he flashes in front of the ult. Oh, the spear just barely gonna go wide. Looking for the dive, Shiu. Gotta be careful. Here comes the Ezreal ult. Faker gets away, but not unscathed. That might just be all the Grubs to the side of DK here as well. All 6 of them, unless Owner can say something about it, but not looking likely at this point in time.
I'm glad to report that Shiu does not seem like he's playing scared, as you posited that question earlier. Veldas For T1, giving up these grubs, not going to be the end, but it does mean that the pushing power of DK going to be really obnoxious to play into. First turret, I think we have 3 to 4 plates in bot lane, 5 to 4 in mid, and then 5 to 3 in favor of DK towards the top half of the map is Lucid. Ooh, let's see Carrier there. That was a little dicey, but there wasn't anyone around to follow up, so Carrier not going to go for anything. The one-item spike's done. Not the case as Guma. Might have to use sums here.
Yeah, this is a rough flash forward from Showmaker ahead of time. Gives him the thumbs up. He is sending a message on this Jace tonight. He was dominating the lane. Now he gets a kill on Guma, who's 1 and 3 on this Ashe. Everything's turning up DK so far.
Owner gonna use all this showing towards the top side of the map as an opportunity as in they go.
I mean, you're ulting in onto Leona. She was able to dodge away from that. Faker in a lot of trouble. They'll just wait for his soul to turn back. There's the stun, and Xiu picks up his 2nd kill of the night.
Lucid's here. Carrier's dead.
Yeah, Carrier's dead. I mean, there's just no way to get away from this one. You see, he is being corralled in between the turret and the wall, and it really just comes down to who's going to get the kill. And it looks like it will be Lucid, who does pick it up. Bunch of damage goes in, but that'll be first turret as well, given over to D plus Kia.
And that is 6 grubs going over. First turret blood being taken. And now DK are looking good for those feats, but the solo lanes are getting more and more fed, and Lucid picking up the kill is big as well. He's the sole AP source. Itemizing for MR, for T1, not something that you're necessarily going to want to do anytime soon. They do have decent tanks for it, Doran most notably. As we take a look here, Showmaker, yeah, I mean at melee range, that arrow not really going to do too much.
Says no flash. And, you know, they always call for it, like, right before they engage, that they're like, I'm gonna go for this.
That's one thing. But this, Faker doesn't have ult. So, going in that aggressively here onto Barrow, who still has Eclipse and Aftershock available, he just doesn't take any damage.
And it's Mbessa, who you're never ulting, because she has 7 million dashes, so...
Yeah, the rival of aiming seals what we already know, which is that skirmish also going to go the way of DK. And now T1 on a pretty substantial deficit here. Only one unscathed so far are Doran and Owner. And then one objective away for DK. But contesting any objective for T1 is going to be considerably harder from here on out. Because they have great engage, yes, but actually walking into the jungle to try and get any vision is going to be tough, and playing against the Pokemon from behind, it's not something that generally you're going to be very happy about.
Yeah. Look at Xiu, not overextending. He's like, hey, you don't see a lot of T1. I'm just going to take a good trade and back away. It's good to see. This guy is, he's hyped up for a reason, because he's great at getting solo kills, he's very aggressive, but he picks and chooses his fights.
These turrets are gonna get shredded like paper, and feels like a formality before DK also picks up Herald.
I don't even know if that was gonna hit him, but Owner is still dead. Like, he's not getting away from this champion. The arrow is going to land, and they do have a lot of the team over here, but the damage is so little, so sparse, and Xiu is just flashing and dashing his way to safety. He is just running circles around T1 right now.
Doesn't even die!
They can't do anything to this kid. Meanwhile, Lucid's just soloing the Rift Herald. So that's feats of strength. And Faker, I think he had an inkling about that. But it doesn't really matter, right? Because you're just losing every lane as T1. You try to make the one player like, okay, this is it now.
But I gotta imagine they're looking to turn, and we can see them already. They're not really going for this.
Yeah, you can see for T1, they're
not really going for this.
Yeah, you can see for T1, they're like, well, somebody's got to do something. We have to stop this, otherwise we're probably just going to lose anyway. TP is coming in from Doran. He's got to be the bodyguard. He is level 14 and decently tanky.
Oh, they're committing. This could be the moment.
There's the barrel. They got to take out a Leona of all champs, but instead the focus comes down onto Otacon. They take it, and now they've got the respawns coming in. And yeah, Xiu, he's going to go in his respawn. Everybody on the side of T1 is just flashing away. And It was actually Barrel that respawned. The rest of them were just sending it. You know, they got the buff and they were head over heels going in.
I'm pretty sure that Shiu TP'd before Otacon was down. He's like, it's fine, they'll get it.
Harriet is putting his jacket on.
Yeah, no, this game is done. Come on, they got the buff.
It's like, all right, guys. Anyway, go next.
It's just game one, but game one is a blowout, Valdez.
Yeah.
Shiu, does he? I'm like, whenever the buff is up, you still have a minute 50 left. You're like, just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not killing this guy anyway. DK turret spot. They don't even have a bot wave, so not really an option here. They want to dive these turrets if possible. Keria looking for the engage. He just dies instead. Guma is going to cleanse away from this one as Barrel. He does not have the respawn. And he's going to go in instead and look to set up a kill. And he's going to live until he dies 2 seconds later.
He didn't have the buff. He already died. Barrel, no.
It's okay. Shiu, very nice ult. Very nice angle there onto Owner. And DK, they've had enough of this game. They're putting on their jackets as well. Figuratively, they want out of this one. They want to end T1 here in 23 minutes. They don't have a wave. Oh, they do, actually. There was like one little minion in there, and that might just do it, guys. Faker left alone. They'd love, yep, they're going to take him down. The damage is way too much, and DK going to stomp T1 in 23 minutes in game number 1.